So, but we know in the real world,
It don't go like that.
well, it can go like this, but when we close them, they ain't gonna go, okay, yeah, that one, okay, have a great day. No, we know that ain't gonna work. So we need to know what to say. Tell me that payment's too high.
That's a little too high for me.
Okay. Michael, I hear that from everybody that sits in that chair. It might be the chair that does that. But this is just a matter of mathematics. You picked out an awesome vehicle.
I like that one.
Okay, you got the right miles, you got the right year, you got everything you wanted. You can make this payment and you're gonna quickly get used to it. Okay, that right down there. That's my first one.
Okay.
I don't even treat it like an objection. I treat it like a complaint.
But I'm assuming you do use that per knowing what kind of customer you're working with, right?
Well-
because that was kind of like, you was funny, but you kind of was like, you're gonna do this. So depending on what kind of customer, everybody ain't gonna like that.
Well, I can tell you that I do this with real customers, and some of them don't like it.
Okay.
Okay. And but remember, I'm smiling.
Right.
Okay. When they go, hey, read my lips, pal. I told you I ain't gonna make that payment. Now I know it's an objection. All right. Every time I give me pushback on the price, say, I need a discount on that.
Hey, how much can you help me out with the price? A little bit of discount.
On this particular vehicle, can't help you out at all. I helped you pick out the right vehicle. Look, I'm telling you right now. Here, look. Why do people say they want a bigger discount? Why do they say they want a lower payment? Why do they say they want more for the trade? Because we've trained them that it's profitable to say no to a car salesman, because most of them don't know what to say. Most of them go, oh, gee, well, what'd you pay? Here, how about $40,000? Would that work for you? I'll be right back. And off we go to the Wizard of Oz. Okay? And every time we get up, we are
Losing money.
We're robbing ourselves.
Yeah.
Okay, forget the dealership. We're robbing ourselves.
Yeah.
All right. So any pushback I get initially, I'm just going to acknowledge it, smile, and give them a quick explanation and reclose. When they don't close, now it moves into the objection category. Now I got to come up with a strategy for the objection. Let's go back to the payment. Say, hey, Steve, I appreciate all that, but I ain't making that payment.
Still, I appreciate you're working hard for me, but I'm not going to pay that payment.
Okay. I understand. There's a couple of different ways we can do this, Mike, and we're going to do it your way, okay? Number one, if would a payment of maybe $100 a month less sound better to you?
Yes.
Okay. If you put down $11,000 instead of $6,000, that payment would drop $100.
I don't have $11,000.
No, look, you may have it. Keep it wherever you got it. I never want to embarrass a customer. I never want to embarrass a customer. You may have it. Keep it wherever you got it. I got another idea. Okay. Why don't I see if you qualify for extended terms?
Okay.
Now, the deal has to be written up properly for this to work, and I find all too many sales managers who will
72 you month off the virtual.
if someone's putting 66, 72, 75, and 84 on a first pencil, they don't know what the F they're doing. And by the way, I worked with your sales managers last time I was here. I don't know if your sales man, yeah, I'm sure some of your sales managers were in my seminar, and we addressed how to pencil a deal properly.
Thank God.
This little store, right? It's a Chevy store down in Victoria, Texas. They start every deal out with short-term financing and high down payments, and they make a lot of gross profit.
That's what we have to do.
Well, oftentimes we got to manage our managers. Okay.
Yes.
Well, forget the customer for a second. Look, if the customer financed this for 36 months and saved themselves $5,000 and paid it off faster and could trade sooner, is that all good for the customer?
Of course.
Okay. Now I'm under no illusions about everybody being able to afford a $1,300 a month payment.
Of course.
Okay. But the key is, when I take this first pencil out like this, when I bring the second pencil out,
It's gonna look a whole lot better.
good are those payments gonna look?
A little bit better.
A little bit
A
better.
lot better.
This is called conditioning. We're showing them these payments, each one of these terms is a great term, but we're always gonna end up doing it the customer's way, okay?